Hello everyone and welcome to Fan Dummies. I'm Greg.
And I'm Erin.
And in this video, we are going to review Loki episode 1 and speculate on what we hope to see in season 1. It should be fun. All right, let's just ease into this review. Obviously, Tom Hiddleston is going to play Loki. But outside of that, what did you think of the casting?
I think the casting was great. I really like Wumi. I think her as a hunter, I think that's pretty cool. She's a tough cookie, and it kind of reminds me of her character from Lovecraft Country. I think that's kind of neat. And I thought Owen Wilson is a great addition. He's a pretty popular actor. I don't know if you would know of Owen Wilson if you were younger.
Yeah.
Because he's been around for a while, and he's older. But Eugene, I think he's a great addition as well. I just really like his character in Star Trek Lower Decks. And I see his Rutherford voice like coming through.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see much more of him. I mean, it might have just been a one episode wonder.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he's kind of just like the guy that takes your junk when you get arrested.
Yeah, it's worth it though.
Yeah.
I think he was a good pick for that.
Now, do you like Tom Hiddleston or are you like meh on him?
No, I always think Tom Hiddleston is great.
Okay.
I mean, he's no Chris Hemsworth. But he's good.
Yeah, he's not as good looking, although I bet you there's people out there that consider him better looking than Chris.
Maybe. When you don't see him dressed up as Loki, he looks like a totally different person. Like you kind of like look at him and you're like, that even the same guy? Because his hair is not naturally black. It can't be. It's like a, I don't know if it's like a reddish blonde color. Usually I see him, or a brown. And then when he's in Loki, he's got the long hair. He doesn't look anything like the Loki character when you see him like at cons and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope not, because Loki's pretty scary.
I know, but he could have long dark hair in real life. And I don't think he does.
Well, it's hard to comment on Tom Hiddleston because we already knew he was going to play Loki and nothing can change that, right? So it just is what it is. I have never cared for this Loki character. I was not looking forward to this show at all. Like, not even a little bit. Zero. I thought it was the dumbest idea I've ever heard. But I think that Tom Hiddleston is such a great actor that I actually can't stand Loki, but I don't really have a problem with him.
Yeah.
Right? Like sometimes the actor I just can't stand.
Yeah,
no matter what character they play, they suck.
Especially if they're like a villain or something. Like
yeah.
A character that you're not supposed to like in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Loki goes both ways. You can either, sometimes you might like his character, or sometimes he's a really bad villain.
No, I never like him. He's always like that family member that everyone placates, right? Like you know they're a bad person. They're always into trouble. Like they're the last person you invite to the barbecue, but you invite them because you're obligated. Like you got to cut those people loose.
Well, he's always messing up, so I don't think that they really believe that he can actually do villainous stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like a terrible villain. He's just like bad at everything.
Yeah.
But I think that tells me that Hiddleston's acting is just that good because, you know, it's bad. Because the character's bad is what I mean.
Yeah.
But Owen Wilson, I've always liked. Like, I don't know if I'm in that age group, but, you know, he's not that good looking, but somehow in these movies, these rom-coms he's in, he always gets like this super attractive girl. Like, to me, it's just like this whole dynamic of chemistry that it's like the funny guy gets the girl. I like that whole dynamic. So I gravitate towards Owen Wilson as a actor because of those characters that he always played. So to me, him playing Mobius is absolutely amazing because he's kind of a funny man, but you can tell Mobius is going to be deadly.
Yeah.
Like he's going to be super powerful. He's going to know all the tricks, and it's just going to be really, really cool. I think Owen Wilson makes the show 100% home run without a doubt. Whoever cast him is a genius.
Yeah, I would never have thought to cast him.
No, never in a million years. I think they tried to pull a Phil Coulson,
Oh.
Clark Gregg kind of
It's
character,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So let's go into the sets and the costumes and the color grading and the cinematography and all that stuff. Just anything around like how it's made. Because it was crazy.
Yeah.
What did you think?
It's awesome. I think a lot of thought goes into making these sets and the costumes. You
Yeah.
can tell it's high budget.
Yeah, an unbelievable amount of thought.
Yeah.
Like we were scrutinizing the posters.
Oh yeah.
And there's something on every one of them.
Uh-huh.
Something interesting.
Nothing is in the show on accident. It's all
Right.
planned out. I always think that's neat about the Marvel shows.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an interview with Polygon with the show director Kate Herron, and she says she wanted the show to be like a big love letter to sci-fi. I thought that was kind of neat.
Well, message received, Kate. 'Cause it was awesome.
Everything that you see in the show is from different eras. She says the font on the computers was inspired by Alien. The time doors you see are inspired by Dune. And Ms. Minutes is Loki's own Mr. DNA from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, the Dune doors, I recognized that right away.
Did you?
Yeah, because in the Dune movies, their shields are very blocky. It's a lot like Tron. It felt like Tron, except it's like a step cooler, right? Because Dune is pretty old now.
Uh-huh.
So it's like that idea where it's a 3-dimensional kind of sphere or square, I should say. It's like a 3-dimensional rectangle, like a door frame.
It's like the portals they go in and out of, right? Or is it the actual doors?
Yeah, no, the portals they go in and out.
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. Because in Dune, when they would fight, they would have shields and it would be like blocky squares. Instead of hitting them, it'd be like a blocky square that it would bounce off on. Like real 1980s looking. That's why I said it's not, this is cooler than that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. But I think it even kind of made a similar noise. So it was like, which is kind of the Dune noise.
Yeah. We'll have to see if they recreate that in the new Dune movie.
Yeah, they will.
Kate, she also said that she wanted the TVA office to have a timeless feel. She called it retro-futuristic tech. I don't know if that's an actual term in sci-fi or if that's something she made up. That sounds cool.
I've been seeing it in movies. It's essentially that when you put like an old device in a machine and it does some like futuristic thing. So like you put a tape in and when you press play, it creates a hologram.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it's this mix of old style technology that does new things.
Okay.
People don't use it a lot in sci-fi right now.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of this weird steampunky vibe.
Yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, so there's all sorts of different variants of that.
Mm-hmm.
This is just kind of like an 80s steampunk, like a 70s and 80s technology steampunk.
Yeah. I think I prefer super futuristic sci-fi.
Yeah, me too.
But it is fun. And it's very creative and I like to see what they can think of.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you?
Well, like you said, everything was movie quality, which I really appreciated. You could tell it had a big budget and they were spending the money.
Oh, yeah.
The special effects I thought were well done. When they looked over the vista of the city, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It looked fake because it was so real. Like it couldn't exist. Right. And even Loki says, well, that's clearly fake. And he's like, no, that's the city. That's real because it's just so futuristic.
It reminds me of like Coruscant or
a
Star Wars city.
Yeah. The only thing I dislike now, I don't know if other people will have a similar opinion, but I want to throw in the curveball here. I hate when they use clips of other movies in shows. It drives me absolutely insane. Because I don't know is that a clip from the actual movie? Is there something like slightly different that I'm not picking up on?
I think that there were slight differences in some of them. I think that Loki, he reenacted some of his scenes, but I think the rest of it was from the movies.
Yeah. And then you're like, well, this is a kind of a cop out. And then when you're watching the clips from his life,
oh yeah,
I thought that took too long. Like they spent too much time like reliving, and then they go to that clip where it's all the Avengers with Hawkeye in the beginning, like in the pose, and I'm just like, that was fan service, and it was really lame. It wasn't even good fan service.
Yeah.
You know, good fan service is when you open the drawer and there's a bunch of Infinity Stones in there. That's good fan service. Bad fan service is when you have all the Avengers lined up for a stupid cameo.
I think that part did go on too long, but I think some of the scenes, I don't know if they were just throwing those in so if you weren't a Loki or if you haven't seen Avengers in a while, that it might spark some memories.
Yeah, unnecessary.
Tell you a little bit about Loki.
Yeah, completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
So maybe we should move on to the story a little bit. What did you think of this whole TVA thing? Because it's a real comic book storyline.
I think it's very interesting, and they're able to tell us a really quick story of the Time Variance Authority and the Timekeepers using that Miss Minutes video.
Yeah, that was pretty clever.
Yeah.
It was just like Mr. DNA or whatever it was.
Totally.
Yeah.
I even went back and watched the Mr. DNA video from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Just to watch it, and I thought it was great. Just like this video.
Yeah, because it was the beginning of the ride, right? When they get in the ride in Jurassic Park, and it's like starts to tell them about the dinosaurs before they see the scientists.
Yeah, like how they make the dinosaurs from their DNA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Minutes is exactly like that.
And in the Miss Minutes video, she talks about the Nexus events, which are actual moments causing the branches in the timeline, which is super interesting to me. And the variants, they're the individuals who cause those branches in the timeline. So that's why we get Loki as a variant.
Yeah, the people are off course.
They're
not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Miss Minutes also goes into telling us about the Timekeepers and how the TVA serves them, which I think is pretty interesting as well. And the TVA's job is to maintain that sacred timeline. So they have to make sure no variants or no Nexus events cause those branches in the timeline. They have to keep them all tight.
Obviously, they have to fail, right?
Oh, I think they are going to.
Right?
They have to.
Or else the Doctor Strange movie wouldn't make any sense. What's it called?
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Boom. I rest my case.
Yeah.
I rest my case.
Yeah, I mean, just watching the first episode, there was at least a couple units that got taken out by that Loki variant. So they're going to fail. Well, we're talking about spoilers anyway.
To me, this is how Loki connects to Doctor Strange. I really think that the God of Mischief is going to befriend his variant and either take down the TVA or kill the space lizards, or something crazy is going to happen. The multiverse of madness will be created.
Yeah.
There's just no other explanation that makes any sense.
Do you think that Loki's variant is going to be a female version of him?
Yeah, because Loki's a frost giant who has the ability to shapeshift. So the fact that he shapeshifts currently into a male human doesn't mean that's what he'll always be. I kind of feel like he's a little like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Like it's just whatever gets the job done in the moment, because he plays other people at other times. Like he pretends to be other people.
Yeah, like Captain America here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that
he'll steal people's other forms. All sorts of stuff goes on.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder, like, why would he even keep the same look as Loki?
I just think that, there's one look that I think he just feels like himself in. So that's what he defaults to. Now, do you think the other Marvel shows are in any way connected to this? Because I don't remember any like multiverse stuff in either WandaVision or in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, actually, there was some multiverse stuff in WandaVision. Remember in WandaVision how they had those commercials?
Yeah.
I think it was back in episode 7. There was one for an antidepressant drug called Nexus.
Ooh.
And so that kind of ties back Nexus in the multiverse. But Wanda Maximoff from the comics, she has been referred to as a Nexus being.
Oh, wow. Like a being that is in the multiverse, like not just in one universe.
Yeah. So supposedly she can travel from one alternate dimension safely to another.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And also someone else that can travel interdimensionally is Kang the Conqueror. And he's going to be in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. And he's another Nexus being.
Wow. I had no idea.
Another thing that's going to blow Greg's mind.
Uh-huh. Yeah, tell me.
So we might get to see Kang the Conqueror and Loki. Because I saw online, Greg's like, how is this going to happen? How is this going to happen? I saw online a lot of people are talking about how, you know, those 3 faces that sit behind the judge at her desk, they're like giant. Well, everyone's speculating that middle face is Kang.
Oh, wow. I don't even know who Kang the Conqueror is. Is he a space lizard?
Why do you keep calling them lizards?
Because that's what Loki calls them in the show.
Yeah, they must be. I don't know.
That's what I'm calling them forever.
And in the comics, Judge Renslayer, she was an acquaintance or sometimes lover of Kang. So it's funny, everyone's like, oh, she's sitting right in front of him. You know, there's some kind of connection between them two. That has to be him.
It's like that Doctor Who, where the statues creep up on you when you're not looking at them.
Yes.
Kang the Conqueror is really a statue, and what he does is he conquers the judge when she's not looking.
Ooh.
Like, Kang, come on, man. Like, back it up, dude. Back it up. I'm trying to rule here.
Yeah.
For crying out loud. You little lizard.
Yeah. I mean, it could be possible that the timekeepers are working for Kang, and that's why his face is up there. Yeah, I don't know. It's just speculation right now.
So, do you think this entire series, Loki, is just a Nexus event that's going to get deleted?
Yes.
I mean, it's not canon. It might be MCU canon, but, you know, they could easily delete it is what I'm saying, and it wouldn't go away. It wouldn't be canon anymore.
Yeah.
So they could do anything they wanted and just call it a multiverse event.
Uh-huh. It seems like it's leaning that way.
So with that said, do you think this is going to get a season 2? Because after they delete the multiverse in Doctor Strange, I mean, one can assume that Doctor Strange can fix the multiverse of madness or they wouldn't make a movie about it. So once the multiverse is corrected and this Loki variant series gets deleted, could there be a season 2?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, so far there's no season 2 in the works that anybody knows of. I mean, it could be hush hush. I don't know. But we do know that these Marvel series on Disney Plus are being created just to push the MCU's stories forward more, just to connect them with the films.
I mean, my gut tells me that this is a one shot.
Yeah.
I think WandaVision and this is a one shot. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier could get another season, but I think only because they're kind of B superheroes.
Yeah. I think there's something in Loki that we haven't seen yet. Like it's either a female Loki or to introduce us to Kang the Conqueror. It's something because all these shows seem to introduce us to the characters that they push out into these big budget movies.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's give this sucker a rating. You go first, Erin. What do you think?
I think I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I really liked it. I think I even liked it more the second time around that I watched it.
Yeah.
Just picking up on more of the little Easter eggs and the details that you see in the sets. I really like that. And I like how Marvel puts time into that.
It's a shame if you only watch Loki one time.
Yeah.
I think you have to watch it a couple of times, at least. Maybe more. WandaVision might be similar to that. I think you could pick up a lot of things by watching WandaVision a few times. And we had to when we did the show. We had to go back through and watch different stuff multiple times.
Yeah, WandaVision's really fun with the Easter eggs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that one might even have more.
Yeah, it could. It could. I think that you nailed it. I think this is just episode 1 so far. So a 4 gives it a lot of room to go up or down. And I think so far it's earned the 4. The story's good. The casting's good. The sets are good. It could go south, though. But so far it's good.
Yeah. I woke up on Friday thinking that we were going to get an episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a little bit through the morning, I'm like, oh, we have to wait until Wednesday.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. So how would you rank Loki in comparison to the other Disney Plus Marvel shows? So no throwing in the Bad Batch and Mandalorian. I mean,
You mean because the Mandalorian would be number 1?
it would be both the Bad Batch and the Mandalorian would crush these Marvel shows.
Yeah.
I mean, just destroy them.
This Loki episode was really good. I really enjoyed the WandaVision series.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell because I don't know how Loki's going to play out or what they're going to do with the story. I think maybe after the first episode of this Loki, though, I really liked it. It's going to be hard to do WandaVision and Loki.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pick one.
So do it. Just rank them right now. As you feel it right now, what do you think?
I think I'd have to go with WandaVision first and then Loki, just because I haven't seen the whole Loki series and I really did enjoy WandaVision a lot.
Yeah.
I think the Scarlet Witch character, I think she's really great, and I enjoyed Tall Jude Law.
Yeah, Tall Jude Law is awesome.
So I think if Loki goes in that direction, I think it's going to end up being better than WandaVision. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that's just way behind.
Yeah.
That holds no comparison to these other two.
No. I completely agree with you.
I do like the Falcon, how he took over Captain America, but that's about it.
I liked the Winter Soldier, how he finally fessed up to that old guy on killing his son. That was my favorite part of that show.
Those two maybe the highlights of the show. Otherwise, don't even watch it.
No. I'm going to put Loki ahead of WandaVision. I really, really liked WandaVision, but WandaVision didn't have enough superhero-y stuff for me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I want to see powers being used. I want to see interesting areas.
Do you think we're going to get that in Loki, though?
Yeah, he's going to
about a villain?
He's going to time travel all over the place and do things in all sorts of crazy places. I think.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see some very interesting stuff. If it's all like nondescript desert, forest, swamp, I'm going to be mad. And it might go under. Because WandaVision, what I really liked is how it changed the town from like new and flashy and the different time periods and all that stuff to old and busted, as a Men in Black term. The battles in WandaVision between the two Tall Jude Laws and then Wanda and Agnes.
Yeah.
That was cool. I think we needed more of that. Like that's to me, that's the stuff that was missing, was the superhero-y stuff. And we didn't get to see a ton of Scarlet Witch. So I really do think we're going to see Loki in his finest in this show. Plus we're going to see lots of cool time periods. And it's already more Marvel than WandaVision was, right? It's more MCU, I should say. We see Infinity Stones, we see the Tesseract, we saw the Hulk, we saw, you know what I mean? Like it just,
Thor. Don't forget Thor.
Yeah, we saw Thor. But you know what I'm saying? Like it feels more MCU.
Yeah, I get it.
Than WandaVision.
Yeah, it does. But I think that's maybe why I like WandaVision so much, is because it's something that we haven't really seen.
It was unique
a lot before. So I think just doing the research of the comics and, reading some of the old comics and stuff like that and learning about the characters, that's what I really enjoy.
Yeah. So right now, I'm going to have to put Loki above WandaVision, but it's neck and neck, just like you said. Like WandaVision is practically a masterpiece. Like it was really, really good. Falcon and Winter Soldier was a terrible show. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. We watched it. I would rewatch all of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. before I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier again.
Yeah.
So.
You mean something that's not even in the MCU canon?
Exactly. It just wasn't good. But that's okay. They can't all be rock stars. It's still superheroes, and I still liked it, but I just didn't love it. But Loki, 4 out of 5. Really great. I know we're getting on a rant here and people are probably turning off, but it's the end of the show and I can do what I want.
Let's close it up.
Let's do it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Fan Dummies. Tell us what you thought of episode 1. Give us your little mini review down in the comment sections. We want to hear it. And if you like this video and you appreciate what we do here, give us a thumbs up. We would appreciate it, and we'll give you one back. Then hit the subscribe button and then the bell so you don't miss anything. If you're new around here, we talk about superheroes and science fiction every single week. You can catch us at Fan Dummies on all social media. We would love to hear from you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
We've got other Marvel content and Loki content up here. Just give those a little click. All right, see you next time. Bye.